What is going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to talk about a few different things. First, I was just trying something out. Eventually I realized I have to move Hulk Bust, and so I was thinking, man, what if I did all Marvel down low and did Hulk Bust there and a Black Widow Bust there by Inner Studio, their version 2, same costume as that, and I personally like that one quite a bit. I'd get the same hairstyle, which also allows Mark 7 1/4 next to Hulkbuster here to give a little bit more space over there to do really just the Mark 7 bust, Loki, Thor, Thanos, and Doctor Strange. Just something I was throwing out there. I'm like, I do like the idea of all Marvel down low. Does mean Bane wouldn't go down low. Suicide Squad would probably all have to be sold. Bane would have to somehow go between Joker and Batman or just sold. I do really like that Bane, so maybe in between. Although I may need to extend this out to a 60-inch shelf if I do that. But one thing I've noticed lately is a lot of people getting out of the collecting game. Not just newer collectors who've only collected, let's say 10 statues, but even some veterans. Now, I'm not going to name names, but one of them I thought would never get out of collecting. And all of a sudden I saw he posted he's getting out. And this guy has probably more statues than me. And he's massively obsessed. And I'm like, holy crap, I thought this guy would never get out. He buys everything. But he was getting out of the game, says he might keep a few. And I think getting out of collecting, there's many reasons to get out. I feel like this is a never-ending hobby. Is there any truly content setup, character, companies are always coming out with newer and better statues, so you feel like you have to sell the old ones, which don't sell, to fund the new ones, which look better, but then there'll be an even better one later on. And then there's more movies you love, and all of a sudden you want statues from them. So is there truly an end to collecting? I think that's a big reason people might be getting out. In addition, rising statue costs and rising shipping costs. Shipping is now like a minimum overseas about $500, 300 to 500. And then stateside, Sideshow's been overcharging on shipping. 100% they've been overcharging. So you're just getting raped in shipping fees with rising statue costs, the spaces, the boxes. And I'm very confident 99% of our spouses, significant others, partners in life do not like this hobby. If they do like it, congrats, you found a lucky one. My wife hates this hobby. She wishes I would sell everything right now. Because it is extremely expensive, extremely time consuming, boxes everywhere. And, there's also a lot of drama in the statue community. So there definitely is a lot of good reasons to get out of collecting, in my opinion. But there's also so many reasons to stay in it, considering these are such beautiful pieces of art. I see billionaires who collect art, but they're collecting just like art paintings. And I see them when I go to the museum. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool. But I don't think it can compare to statues. Statues are so much more in every possible way. Really bringing that character to life in your man cave, in your living room. Actually having a life-size bust of Harley Quinn, is so incredibly cool for me. And I absolutely love it. And I have definitely contemplated getting out of collecting. For me, it'd probably be money and just the never-ending, hobby. I hope someday to get out of collecting, but will it actually happen? Ugh. It really is hard to say because it is an addiction. And I've seen some people selling off certain lines, just collecting one or two lines, but then they sold off a bunch of grails like silicones to buy a bunch of crappy statues. And I'm just like, what the fuck? I'd much rather have a bunch of high-end statues versus, just one line of a bunch of, a few good statues, but a lot of crappy ones as well. I do like the idea of collecting, just like one or two lines, but also I don't think a collection of just Iron Man or just Batman is the best looking collection out there. I like having variety for sure. I don't want to look at 50 Iron Mans or 50 Batmans. I don't think that looks cool. Some displays I think look really good. Like when you see the Queen Hulk with all their Iron Mans next to it, I think that looks phenomenal. Like imagine if I had every one of those Iron Mans next to it. I think that's amazing for sure. Look at little Gizzy. So adorable. But I definitely like variety. But comment below if any of you guys have gotten out of collecting, what your reason is. I mean, I definitely think it's just space, money, never ending, and rising costs. Is there any true, like you're truly content and satisfied with your collection? I definitely think I'm getting there in a lot of places in my collection where I'm just like, I have the definite version and I don't care what they come out in the future. I'm happy with this, type of scenario. Like I'm very happy with my Superman busts. Infinity just released that new black suit. Queen has theirs. I still much prefer my setup. I prefer my Superman over J&D's Superman. I think J&D failed on their Superman. I know some people disagree, but personally, I do not like it. It looks like Superman on crack. And I'm very happy now with my Wonder Woman busts. I wasn't on my previous one. That's why I sold it, but I am on that one. So, yeah, I am sometimes baffled the direction people take, and I do commend people for getting out of collecting. But the one question I always ask myself, let's say hypothetically I did get out of collecting. What would I do with that money? What would I enjoy more than my statues? Because, I've gone on many vacations. I've traveled a lot of countries, a lot of Asia, Europe, Mexico, a lot of cruises. And I enjoy vacations, but I enjoy statues more. I think the only thing in life I enjoy more than statues is obviously like movies accompany statues, so I consider them in the same category. But I would say video games are the only thing I truly enjoy more. I would put it as video games number one, number two, statues and movies. And then after that, possibly travel. I definitely enjoy traveling, but the thing I hate about traveling is one, going to the airport, two, once it's done and over, you're out $6,000 to $10,000, and it's just a memory that fades away. You no longer, it was fun at the moment, in the moment, but then it goes away. Where statues are here for as long as I have them, until I decide to sell them, or if I never sell them, I get to enjoy them every single day. And I like lasting, happiness. I come into my man cave, I'm instantly happy. And so I definitely enjoy statues much more for that. In fact, most of the time when I go on vacation, I'm just trying to look for statues. Like when I went to Philippines last, the thing I enjoyed most was going to all the statue shops, not even going to the beach or anything like that. It was just the statue shops. That's what I enjoyed most. So for me personally, I don't think I'll ever truly get out of collecting, ever, because it's something I just truly enjoy much more than what I could buy, with that money elsewhere. I wouldn't enjoy four-wheeling or buying a super fancy car. I'm super happy with my Tesla. That's the only car I ever want. So for me, this is what I want to spend my money on, 100%. I've thought this thoroughly, so for me, it's just a matter of upgrading my collection, swapping out better statues for old, that's kind of where I'm at. So I don't plan to truly ever get out, like sell my entire collection like I've seen others do. I definitely don't want to do that because I love my collecting. But other people, it's hard to say. I think spouses might play a big role in people getting out of collecting as well, saying you sell your collection or we're getting a divorce type of scenario. And I think that's the only scenario where I would have to sell mine. Because my wife definitely is number one. Anyways, folks, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Also, how do you like this idea? Although one thing I need to do is move him forward. I feel like he's too far back. Move him forward like that. So you got a little Mark 7. The only thing I don't like, obviously, is I don't like Hulk down low because it's obviously you can't see his eyes anymore. the only way for me to truly see is to just get on the ground. But the overall look of the display is very cool. Having that dedicated Hulk display, I do like that quite a bit. So, anyways, folks, yeah, that is pretty much it. Next statue we're going to get is going to be Doom Ultimate. So that should arrive next day or two. I will see you on this next video. Like, comment, subscribe if you're looking to buy statues. Use links below, and see you in the next one. Have a great day.